Hello, I'm Sueli.
I am Ruben.
And this is the podcast.
Everything you're interested in.
Welcome.
Welcome to our 10 episodes and the last for the first season of everything you're interested in. But don't worry, next year we will be together again.
Yay. So, Ruben, what's the topic for today? Our special topic for our 10th episode and the last episode of the year.
So it's going to be kind of a special last episode. And it's true because we are going to talk about Greek mythology.
I love talking about Greek mythology.
I
What
know.
about you guys? Do you think that's an interesting topic? If yes, stick with us until the end of this video and let's see what Ruben has to share with us about the mythology of his country. By the way, remember hitting the like, so that you don't forget, and it helps a lot, as you know. Well, let's start then. And Ruben, I want you to start by telling people what Greek mythology is.
So let's talk about what is Greek mythology. So Greek mythology, there are many things which are fiction stories and not real, just fiction, imaginary.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there are many old and new movies which are based on the Greek mythology, characters, stories, just like the movie The Odyssey in 1997, the Hercules series, 1995, many other movies like Prometheus, Iphigenia in 1977, The Class of the Titans, 2010, and many more movies, books, which includes clues from the Greek mythology. Greek mythology is an international thing, and everybody knows about it. Even in Thailand, even in Philippines, China, everywhere. Greek mythology is the most famous mythology and not real story ever.
That's true. That's true. I've studied about Greek mythology at school, and I know lots of things. I like all of them. And there is also a game I use it to play. The name is Age of Mythology, I think. And I use it to play this game a lot. It is about Greek mythology and North mythology, I think. Well, let's keep going then. And I want you to start telling us a little bit about the main god of the Greek mythology. His name, a little bit about his story. Go.
So, in a brief, there are titans and gods. About gods, 22 gods and 14 titans. The main god, the god of all the gods, the god of thunder, it's Zeus. Zeus is married with, um, could you please remind me which the married
Hera.
hero? Yeah. And Zeus had one son, the Hercules, and the demigod. And Zeus also had the father. The father was a titan. The titan was the Kronos. And he have brothers. So we have a family. But outside of the family, there are other gods, as I told, 21, which are Hephaestus, Hermes, Dionysus, Demeter, Athena, Apollon, Artemis, Hestia, and etc. There are 6 famous goddesses and 6 gods of them, and 1 demigod, Hercules, son of Zeus. About Titans, in Greek mythology, the Titans were a race of powerful giant deities, and kind of brave. And about Zeus, he's just the king of Olympus. The Olympus was the place in the sky which was having the kingdom with the 20 famous god, and each god have an obligation to control. For example, Aphrodite is the god of love. That's all about Zeus.
Okay, I think that's interesting that you mentioned that they are a family and they have problems as our families have. I think this is a really interesting part of the Greek mythology. The matter that they are a family, they have other relatives, and they have problems. That's really interesting. Okay, so Zeus is the main god, and he's married to Hera. What about Hera? What's her story?
Also, what I remember, Hera was the mother of, as I told before, the mother of Hercules. But she was very angry woman, and she didn't want the Hercules as the son. So one day, when Hercules was a baby, he was released. One snake go to bite and to kill Hercules. But Hercules is demigod, and Hercules just hold the snake and take it away, and the snake was carried away. And so Hera is the wife of Zeus. I don't remember anything else about Hera.
Yeah. Well, I remember about Hera. I've read she's not Heracles' mother. Heracles is Zeus' son with a human, and Hera was jealous about it, and that's why she sent the snake to kill Heracles. And she has spent Heracles' whole life trying to get him killed. She has sent a lot of threats and things against him. But as we know, he was Heracles, the way we love him, and he cooled with her. But I also read that she was good to hers. She also had, I don't remember if it was a daughter or a son with a human, and then she take good care of that child. But yeah, we need to reread the story to remember better. And I recommend for you guys because those are really interesting stories. Okay, Ruben, you mentioned as well the goddess of love. So tell people her name and a little bit about her.
So Aphrodite was the most beautiful woman. Everything is about a woman. And Aphrodite, it was the responsible, let's say, about helping others to getting love. Just like the small angel with a heart and the arrow was trying to focus and hit the man or woman to getting love. So that's the job of Aphrodite. Aphrodite was meant to create families, to getting love, to help getting love people. That's all about Aphrodite.
I like Aphrodite as well. Well, let's take a break talking about gods and goddess, and let's talk a little bit about the other creatures that there are in the rich Greek mythology. For example, I know a little bit about the Medusa, the Minotaur, the Pegasus, the Hydra. Which one is your favorite? Tell us, and tell us a little bit about the one you like the most. You think it's the most interesting.
So I'm not going to tell you which my favorite because I don't have a favorite one, but I'm going to mention the most important creature.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a creature, it's a human kind of creature, a human snake. It's called Medusa. Medusa is a woman and half snake. Her hair was not just hair, she has snakes as hair. And when a soldier or someone was trying to kill her, it just getting stoned was if you are trying to kill Medusa, you are you're going to be converted to a stone. Except if you don't look at her eyes, you're going to be saved and you're going to kill Medusa. And as I remember, I don't remember the name. Um, Anyways, one character of the Greek mythology killed Medusa in that
It
way.
was Perseus.
Perseus was killed in Medusa and he was holding her hand, so can stone the enemies of the war. That's all about Medusa. Medusa.
Yeah, yeah. I like her story as well, and the way Perseus was so smart to defeat her. And in one version of her story, I don't know if this version is the only one that exists, but I remember I've read a version of her story in which they tell that the Pegasus came from Medusa. Uh, the story tells that when Perseus cutted her head off, he took the head with him and he left the body behind. And then from their daddy body, the Pegasus was born. And the Pegasus is something so beautiful. I think it's interesting how from a really ugly and bad creature as Medusa was, could come something beautiful and good as the Pegasus is.
I didn't know that all, and I would like to mention that Greek mythology is also educated in high school, not high school, in primary school. And recently I have heard that in Latin America they love Greek mythology, they love Greeks, and they also know about Greek mythology. Greek mythology is wow, it's the example of you. You tell me something I didn't knew.
Uh, I like Greek mythology. Well, we are about to finish our last edition of the year of our podcast, but we cannot finish without mentioning the semi-gods. I already mentioned that I really like Heracles. You talked a little bit about him. Do you have any other semi-god you want to mention?
Another demigods? No. I would like to talk about Hercules, which is the most favorite, the famous about Greek mythology. I think the first name is Hercules and second is Zeus. So I think it's worth to talk about Hercules.
Okay. Well, I have some recommendations. Here in Brazil, for those who want to know a little bit more about Heracles, there is a book in Portuguese written by Monteiro Lobato. It is one of the books from the collection Sítio do Pica-Pau Amarelo. And then there is the 12 works of Heracles, os 12 trabalhos de Hércules. It's an adaptation, of course, because the characters from Sítio do Pica-Pau Amarelo are there making their part, and that's really awesome. And for English, there is available on the internet, and of course, if you want to buy, it's better buy it. But there is it in PDF, the books, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. There are the books and there are the movies. I believe, because I'm a reader, I like better the books, but if you just want to watch the movies, it's worth it as well. And they tell a lot about lots of different Greek gods and goddesses and semideuses, demigods, and also some creatures. It's really rich and totally worth it.
You told what I forgot.
Don't worry. Well, so we're about to finish. I really think it was a good talking we had today. Thank you for sharing, Ruben. Is that it for today?
Is that it for this season? Then thank you for your time to create this season. That's all. Comment out and follow the channel and subscribe to the channel. And that's all for me.
Oh my God, I'm emotional. We are on the 10th episode. We are finishing a whole season of our podcast, all the everything you're interested in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following us. Keep with us. For next year, we're going to have more episodes, and I hope to see you all there.
Okay.
Do you want to say something else, Ruben?
Sorry, but if you want, you can say that you are going to exist another new podcast. What do you think? You would like to say to the people that you're going to have a new podcast, or it's going to be a surprise?
No, it's not a surprise. I have already talked about it on an Instagram live. It's not a podcast, okay? The podcast is this one, everything you're interested in, but we are going to release a new series. It's about learning English through Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed, as you know, is a really famous game, and I'm going to create this series in partnership with Constantinas, a friend of us, and we hope to help you with your English through this series, through having fun, through Assassin's Creed. It's going to be great. Well, in time, subscribe to the channel, activate the notification so that you're not going to miss any of the news we're going to post here, any of the new contents, and of course, enjoy your learning process.
We will see you on the next episode of
Everything you're interested in.
Goodbye.
See you around.